All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started today. Let's understand there's 1,000 things to learn. There's 1,000 steps and rules and tools. What I'd like to do is make sure you get your tab and a pen ready in front of you. What we have to understand is if you don't understand how it works, it's not gonna work. Did that make sense? If you don't understand the foundation of structure, I watch TikTok, YouTube, and Google, and that's all great stuff. All these motivational speakers out there going blah, 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 blah. My problem with a lot of that is without rules and tools and a structure, you're going to be stuck. Do you know less than 3% of everybody who goes to those events actually get successful? 3% or less. A lot of money they make, but they go blah, blah, blah. But today, rules and tools. So I'd like you to make sure you have that tablet and pen ready in front of you. This is live, and my name is Ray Reynolds. All right, they call me the Godfather of credit because I've built billions in credit for people, personal and business. So today, that tablet and pen, first thing I got to tell you to do, no pictures or recording in the beginning. The reason for that is it's a mindset. We have to understand what we're actually trying to do and accomplish. All right, but I do want your cell phone ready. I want you to take some pictures of certain things I'll ask you to do. See, what happens most of you videotape, you take pictures, you never look at them. Let's highlight the most important ones, okay? Now, if you like what you hear today, click the link below, subscribe to my channel, and get stuck with me. Guess what? I'll guarantee million to billion. That's right. I'll guarantee everyone, if you do what you told what to do for me, I'll get you to millionaire status, no problem. Also, you get stuck with me from the beginning to end. That means I have my team behind me helping me, but every class you go to, guess what? Because I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. All these things I can do to help you get to millionaire status. I'd like you to write down the date today on the tablet, top of that tablet and pen. Write down today's date, then write down see it, believe it, go get it. For me, I would see it, I would believe, pray, and go get it. That's what works for me. There's me in 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. You ever heard of that? But every time I turn around, some ding dong says white man can't jump. I don't understand, stupid. But people talk about stupid all the time. So what do we do? Now, would you like some goodies? When I look at goodies, to me, it's very simple. It's the yacht, it's the Lamborghini, it's the Ferrari, it's the mansion, it's the helicopter. Those are goodies to me. You see, I was born in a taxi. They didn't really want me. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she devil from hell. Used and abused as a kid, ate out of a trash can. Kind of sucked. I wanted out of hell so bad that I'd read everything I could. By the way, I taught myself how to read at 2.5 years old. Now let's see how we can get you some goodies today. Now, one of my series that I wrote years ago to help people was called Winning the Game of Business. At that time, I had Incorporating You, Repackage America. I had only America, but I gave it to Don King for his movie. So go simple. So winning the game of business, for me, it was always a game as a kid. So what do we do? Page 6, paragraph 3, we said cash flow free up your time. See, people steal like goodies that I create all the time. It's like the blueprint for success. Every time I see Tony Baloney use it, I want to knock him down. I own the rights since I was 12 and a half years old. Create your own stuff. That's my point. Decades ago. Now, guess what happens after the winning the game of business? All right. What did I do? I got my first million under a corporate structure at 14 and a half. Not possible, but I did it after I invented Car Finder. Next, what do we get to do? I got my first billion at 21. 2.6 billion at 26. So under the corporate structure, I always like to be the kind of silent billionaire. It's nobody's business, but the goal today is to help you get to at least to the millionaire structure. So Mrs. Walker, let's see if you can relate to her story a little bit. Mrs. Walker decided to hire all kinds of people. She said, I'm going to hire every expert so I can get to millionaire status. That's what she did. She hired them all. She hired Grant. All right. She went over to Cody. She went over to Tony Robbins and all the blah, blah, blah. Now I don't understand about Tony. He was talking about motivation. Now he's talking about health. He was talking about marriage. So, okay, guy's been married 5 times. And so, okay, maybe now he's got an expert. Gets it right now. I don't know. So all these experts took all her money. What did it make her do? Well, her house was upside down. Her car was upside down. She's going bankrupt or broke. Negotiate her debt. She's getting a debt consolidation program. I met her. She called the office for a little help. I decided to make her my project. Once in a while, I'll take a project on just to have some fun. Well, within about 7 months, guess what happened? Refinanced her house, paid off her car, paid for it, got her a platinum card. She just came back last year from Paris using a platinum business card. You see, I can repackage anybody. And that's my ultimate goal to help you and help me because that's my fun. So maybe you can relate to Mrs. Walker's story. Basically, how many events have you went to? How much money have you spent? Are you any further than you ever were before? You're older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. See, that's what we have to relate to. Now, let's understand something. All of us go through an oh shit day, week, month, or year. Sorry, I'm just going to be kind of blunt with you today. All right, what happens? Bill and Susie got fired. They say laid off. What's the difference? They don't have a job, they don't have an income. Here's the problem with Bill and Susie. They think you're going to go get a job. They were fired because they were for the government. Well, what happens is very simple. Here's what happens to everybody. All right, this means in 8 months, if they don't get a job or an income, they can't pay the house, the car, they can't put food on the table. All right, 8 months. See that you can relate to this. Every time you had an emergency in your life, or no shit day, month, or week, or year, and all of a sudden there's no income or there's a problem, there's an emergency. What did you do within time and effort? You fell down the rabbit hole. If you would have did what I would tell you to do, like I'm going to tell Bill and Susie to do, you can make sure you have a backup for a backup. So understand, when we have these oh shit days, weeks, months, or years, we got about 8 months before oh shit really happens. So the first thing we do is look at their credit cards. We have to look at what credit they have because you're measured by a number. We all are. You find out that credit is more important when you're 30 to 50 to 60 years old because you're measured by a number. See, the credit cards, what I have to do is increase the limits. Most of you increased your limits after you jacked them up and they said no. So let's understand the rules and tools. Since I am Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit, and I'm the one who trained Ken Yarborough, he was security chief at TRW and Asperian. So I got to teach some rules and tools. I'm the one who created 25, 29% rule. Every credit card needs a sticky. See, the back of that credit card needs that sticky. That means very simple. What's the limit of the card? Let's say you got, $10,000 credit card. All right, that's great. And you, honey, let's go to dinner. Let's go shopping. No, the card for 10,000 is only worth $29,000. All right, actually, it's $2,900. So the $10,000 card is $2,900. If we use that card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner. All right, and basically hawked your house. That's kind of silly and dumb. So if we take the time to understand rules and tools, we could understand flat out these cards that are 10,000 or more. Guess what? 29% rule. Put that in place. So what you did is you try to jacked it up, and then you ask for increases. They don't tend to want to increase it, do they? But again, I got to increase their credit right away. See, I'm planning for that oh shit day. I don't believe you ever, ever, ever planned the problem. And I think your biggest problem is you. You didn't plan the problem. All right. And what did you do? You brought the pain home. Now we have to analyze. This means we have to turn around and basically look at someone's credit file. This is an investigation sheet. This means this person started at a 639. By the time I'm done, I got a 828. So then what do we have to do? 828, get them credit, build it up and away. The average credit card should be $5,000 to $10,000. Most of you, unfortunately, have less than $1,000 card. I said most of you, not all of you. Well, what happens here, we have a graft. We want to watch that score go up and away. So if you let me analyze you, I can tell you exactly what you need to do step by step. Been in the credit system, in the credit industry for over 49 years. Next, we have to think about, well, what do we do? The average person needs 100,000 of credit. You're going to think that's crazy. You know what's crazy? When you don't have enough. When you get your assets kicked. That's what's crazy, kind of silly and dumb. If we have $100,000 of credit, personally, we use 29% rule, $29,000. That leaves us 71,000 of safety in case we have an oh shit day, week, month, or year. See, that's what it takes to support a family for a year. But bad times don't last forever. But here's the next problem you got. These cards don't fluctuate. These do. Your biggest problem is you. Your biggest problem is your lack of knowledge, is your stupidity. You're not stupid, but we've done stupid. I've done stupid. You've done stupid too. So if we jack up these cards here, we dropped a score, got stuck. If we need an emergency case and jack these up, they're unlimited up to $1 million. They have a pay-to time limit as well. Do you understand? So by knowing rules and tools, you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Your problem is you didn't listen to me, and I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. I call it you've been listening to a bunch of ding-dongs. Now, we have to cut all the crap out. Here's the problem. You waste $50 every other day, and you probably say, yeah, I do. Maybe every day. You know, that's 700 a month. So let's understand what we need to do. You see, when you're a grown up, you man up, woman up, got to realize one thing. We got to take care of the family. That's our job. Set up a corporation. Well, a corporation's a legal person. I'll show you chapter 18. I'm here to be CPA an attorney, but it's a legal person. If you have a corporation and you understand something, your name is on the corporation on Secretary of State's website. When they sue the corp, they sue you. If anybody tells you any different, put them on the phone with me, because that's BS. All right, so understand. Now, a division is under the corporation. By the way, if you do it my way, I invented the division process in 85, 86. Your name's not on the form. So let's understand what we can do. Let's say I get you $100,000 credit for the corporation or you. No problem. What do? We multiply it. Write down the word daisy chaining, please. This means if I get one card, okay, for the corporation, I can get up to 99 more, 99 more. But if I have 9 divisions and the card's $100,000, that means I have $1 million of credit. Got it? So I'm going to tell you have 9 divisions minimum to make it up to $1 million of credit. Then I'm going to turn around from there and say, would you like 9 locations of something? 9 pieces of property, 9 Wendy's, 9 Taco Bells, 9 storage units, 9 laundromats, dry cleaning, whatever, car wash. You see, I've been basically the king and the most knowledgeable person when it comes to auto income since I created that too, since I was a little kid. So I understand. So 18 divisions. Now the corporation needs 100,000 of credit. Why? Because I want to daisy chain it. I want to take one card and turn it into 9 to 10 more. I want you to have $1 million of credit under the corporation. What most people do to start a business is take the money from their family and then they hawk it and screw it all up. That's called silly and dumb, by the way. If we take corporate credit, we can daisy chain it across the board and turn it into millions of dollars. So if we take $1,000, 100,000 and more, what do? We daisy chain it to other divisions. So what happens next is we have to get an income. Now, when it came to Bill and Susie, here's the thing I targeted them for. Because I know in 8 months from now, if they don't get an income, guess what's going to happen? What happened to you? So what happens is storage unit. So we got the storage unit in escrow and closed the escrow, and I partner with them. So I like to partner with my clients all the time. This got them $17,350 a month income to the corporation, so they can basically do one thing: get a paycheck based on their lifestyle. What's affordable? You see, if they don't do what I tell them to do, in 8 months from now, they're going to have a shit day like you. Every day, week, month, or year, everybody keeps bringing the pain home because they don't understand how to play the game to win. That was the ultimate goal that I started in the beginning. Never sit there like a duck, because that kind of sucks. Maybe you should hire yourself before you get fired or have a big problem and bring the pain home. But again, if you like what you hear today, click the link below and subscribe to me. Let's get out there and tell the world what I know to help you too. All right, now here's me. Weird stuff. It's amazing what I always did in my life. You see, there's me. All right, hit my head that night, simple, and I'm jumping over lockers and all kinds of fun stuff. All I needed was 2 feet to go jump up, and I'm 13 feet in the air. It's not possible. Well, I kicked the light, hit my head too. The light's only 13 feet, by the way. So guess what we get to do? If I can touch it, I can kick it. What's my point? It's a mindset. I could do the splits every which way. Kick the door jam at 10, basketball hoop when I was 14, at Tewicker Junior High. So the mindset is for all of us to understand, if I can touch it, I can kick it. That's the goal. If I can see it and believe it, I can go get it. Would you like to understand that every goal only takes 38 steps? People make things harder than they need to be. Write down the goal and I'll actually do one thing for you. If you like, I'll create your goal list for you. I'll create the list and basically tell you what to do step by step so you can't screw it up anymore. 38 steps to reach your goal. That's it. From there, what do? We have to hear something 8 times. Our brains have to hear something 8 times to memorize it and then apply knowledge and ask more questions. That's just the way it works. Now, let's write down auto income. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a kid. I literally went to the library for 2 years, sent away, $10. I got a corporation at 9.5 called Helping Hand Industry. I got $100,000 of credit cards came in the mail. It's kind of crazy stuff came in the mail. But what do we do? Well, let's see. Here's $10 million of credit. How much would you like? You see, where am I going to get the money? I don't got a mommy and daddy to help me. I either have a trash can and I get used and abused and it sucks. So I got to get out of hell. And that's the most important thing for me. Auto income. All right. I got to go in this program at Owens Coast College when I was 14 and a half. So I didn't go to high school. All right. High school was a waste of my damn time. So guess what we get to do? Now I'm driving a Lamborghini. That's right. All right. Going to high school. Nope. Owens Coast College, 14 and a half. And then by the time I was about 17, I was trying to do different things that I'm inventing and creating. I went to this thing about payphones. It was this event. So I bought some payphones. It sounds pretty good. Makes $300 a month. Okay, no problem. So let me get 3 of those. Let me get 10 of those. Let's get to 15. And you get to buy this route and all kinds of fun stuff. Then I keep going back and these people complain about the industry. They were complaining about the payphone business. It made no damn sense. It's like, damn. So I kept buying all their routes. So I buy route after route after route after route. By the time I was about 17 and a half years old, I had about 22,000 payphones at about $300 a month, which is about $6.6 million a month. I named it auto income. All right. So yes, Eddie, auto income is make sure you have money coming in automatically. And you don't have to worry about it. Some third-party managements manage it for you. Understand? All right, so what did we do? Auto income. Then I basically had 19 houses, and they told me, how'd you do that? They act like I broke the rules or something. They didn't know how to do it. And they said, you can't get number 20. I transferred my properties to my divisions because I'm also the guy that invented division process in 1985-86. See, when there was no solution, I created my own because I read about 15 books a week about law and accounting. So I created auto income. Your goal today should be 10,000, all right, to 100,000 a month auto income. That's what your goal should be. You should be learning Ray's rules of life and Ray's way of life, period. What do? I decided to do something different on the next series that I wrote. It's basically the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I figured there's 12 months. Let's get a book for every month. At the end of the 12 months, 1 year, we have $1 million foundation. That's what it is. $1 million foundation. So I call it financial freedom. All right. Since I created cash flow fee per time, other people steal that anyway. So what do we have? My info commercial was the blueprint for success. I've owned that since I was 12 and a half years old. So again, the blueprint was very simple, 12 books and CDs. And I sold it at the Bonaventure. You see, I was at the Los Angeles Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. in Long Beach, Marriott. Simple, all this time. So guess what? I sold it for about $5,000 a set. Now, I would like you to become a puppet master. See, I would like to get you on the phone today and spend an hour with you and your partner of life. I would like to repackage you and give you a blueprint. I'd like to tell you what to do and basically rebuild you my way, like I call Humpty Dumpty, a puppet master. You see, you got to realize what's happening today. Shaq is a puppet master. 9 Papa Johns, 1 big chicken, 155 Five Guys, pretzels, Krispy Kreme. So he's a puppet master. He doesn't run these businesses. Why would he? It's like Warren Buffett who just stepped down. He's still in the back scene, and no matter what he does. Warren's company owns over 100 companies. He calls it his favorite 10. Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Jewelry, Fruit of the Loom. So what do we look to do? See, if you actually had 5 to 10 businesses as division process, you're going to bring 100,000 a month into the corporation. Your problem is what you've been doing. I'm sorry to say, you're 45 to 75 years old. You did it wrong. You made mistakes all over the place. And some of you got your assets kicked by your friends and family, kind of ripped you off too. So what do? You got to trust yourself. Trust God in you or whatever you believe in. Mr. Warren Buffett is a puppet master. Carl here, no tax on almost $1 billion. Disney, no tax on our $1 billion. They wrote an IOU. These people are puppet masters. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. We watched Elon Musk borrow $44 billion. All right, why? Because he didn't want to take it out of anything else. No, he's got all his money invested. See, if you left it in the bank, you have to pay tax. He borrowed $44 billion and bought X. Oh, I'm sorry, Twitter became X, which is the truth. Simple. Then he laid off half the people or fired them. He kept saying, I'm fired, you're fired. Well, that was actually to take a loss, offset some taxes on something else. You see, I told you it's winning the game of business. Well, he's got a spaceship. So's the other guy. So's the other guy. How many people want a spaceship? You want one too? So let's see. Pay tax or buy a spaceship? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. I've been saying that for 40 years. So we could play this game together if you want to win. You can join the club and you can win the battle, but it's up to you. So we got to look at other things like Apple. Apple is in an indictment right now. They've been indicted by the Justice Department. Google is indicted as well, and they're supposed to sell Chrome because they lost the lawsuit, and now they're appealing that too. Bill Gates was indicted 4 times, had to step down from his own company. All right, so what did Bill Gates do? The only thing that saved Apple's ASS-ets is Bill Gates gave him a line of credit that's already established, all right, for $150 million. And he said to Mr. Steve Jobs, just pay the bill. Simple. You see, borrowed money is not taxable. So he didn't really have to do it. He says, here you go, there you go. You see, if we could play the game like I do and what you need to do, and I'll teach you how, simple. Here you see 2 buildings and 2 cars. I see 1,013 divisions. Division process to give me a line of defense. Now I want you to take a picture in a minute. Not yet. Get your cell phone ready. This is Ray Reynolds Auto Income. So what did I say earlier? We take a credit card. If you allow me to do my job, I will build you up to $100,000 of credit. No problem. And then we're going to daisy chain it by 9. Would that be okay? Daisy chain it by 9 cards. That means we have $1 million of corporate credit. We can write off interest rate and credit card. We didn't have to steal from the family. Anybody who steals from the family and borrows some money in the credit and screws it up, they feel stupid because what they did was stupid. Sorry. Now, your division allows you multiple functions. You never name a corp after you. That'd be stupid. You don't name it what it does. That'd be double stupid. A management company manages entities. That's how we daisy chain credit. This is called auto income. Now, that 10,000 should go to 100,000 to a million. But again, I need you to listen and learn. It's pretty simple. I'm online almost 6 days a week live. So you can play with me, have no excuses. Take your picture now. Your picture right there should basically be printed in color and laminated and put on your desk or your refrigerator. There's your future. Everything else you did in the past, I think, suck. That's just my opinion. There's your future. That's how you get to billion. I got to 2.6 billion at 26 under corporate structure, 3.7, all right, in 2008-9. So we could play the game, but here's our problem. To partner with me or do it on your own, you need money. You're not winning the damn lottery. You're not getting a raise. We have to take a corporate credit card, and we have to get 50 to 25,000 off the card. So that means you can go into an escrow. We never max it out because that'd be silly and dumb. Corporate credit doesn't show up on personal credit file. The only one it does is the Capital and Spark. Those you have to be careful with because they're a little dangerous if you jack it up too much. What do we do? Well, let's see. We've allocated $10 million to do this with you this year. We allocate money every year. Now we take the investment group LLP and we play. I want to ring the bell on the stock exchange in the next year or so. And we do about auto income. Since I'm the expert and set it up in the first place, we got 3 things to do. You do. 30% of my clients want to do all the work. Okay, I'm going to teach and coach you. No problem. It'll be done. No problem at all. Now, the 70% say, let's do it together. This means flat out, you're going to elect me as a CFO and attorney in fact. I'm going to be the one talking to your bank while you're at the bank and be on the phone with them too. So we can do it together. Next, you can also, I'll do it all the work. I'll do it all for you and just get auto income. You do, we do, I do. That's my program. So what do? We're fighting to get the keys. The keys are what we're looking to get right away. Does that make sense? The ultimate goal. So everything we're looking to do is the keys to get to a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, laundromat, something. Some auto income. Now here's your checklist. So go ahead and take a picture of this. This is what it would take for you to get set up to be able to partner with me. All right, and that's the ultimate goal. Next, what we have to look at is a division process. So what happened is basically in 1984, I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee for all my Shakey's pizzas, 31 flavors, donut stores, Subway sandwiches, and shopping centers and everything else I got. I didn't want to pay that. So I got a permission to create a form or modify one. So a division process was started in 85. The form used to say husband and wife and partner. So what do? Your corporation with one of your divisions will be number 4A. All right. The next thing is, and the corporation I work for and represent will be number 4. So let's say if we go into a project and we need $200,000, I can put basically 100, you can put 100, there you go. We partner up. Let's say you put 50 and I put 50, want two more people putting 50. How much percentage do we want in the location? You're part of the escrow anyway. See, this way you can never be ripped off. Okay. The difference is you're part of the whole process. So what happens is I've been partnering with people since 1987. And that's the ultimate goal, and coaching every step of the way. So what do? Well, let's see. Escrows are coming, and the most escrows come in basically July, August, and September. So if you want to be added to the auto list, this means you're going to be in line to escrow with me. But again, if you don't want to be on the list, then go away. That's all I can say. There's that rhyming thing I do all the time too. So you don't miss your opportunity to maintain status. So what do? July, August, September. Do you want to be on the list? That means corporation and division process. Now, my 12-month program for me coaching you is about $30,000. When you say you're going to partner with me, I take you as your word. Then I basically cut it into 1/3. Partner with me would basically mean you and I are on the phone every other week. Our first call is a blueprint call for an hour with your partner of life. Then you get to the next summit or boot camp. This is a $10,000 fee. Okay, very simple. But again, it's going to be up to you now or never kind of thing. As we play this game, take a picture of this so you know. It's Zelle. See, I love Zelle ever since they created that. It's just in our controller to the bank 10 times a day. All right, but understand, Zelle was purchased on July 6, 2022 by 6 banks, and they own the word Zelle, and they can transfer money right away. Zelle is ray@rayscredit.com. And it's basically you just put RW and do in a webinar, and you put your phone number so we know what you Zelled for and all those pieces. The next thing you can do is always call the office. You can call one of my call centers, 800-254-9506. Now, if you pay in full, all right, the difference is you don't have to pay the 5%. If you make payments, I'm going to tell them to charge you 5% because the bank charges that to us. And that's how it works. So let's understand. Everybody's got a sad story to tell. Rags to riches. Well, she didn't want me. He didn't want me. They weren't married at the time, and I got born in a taxi. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she devil from hell. Well, that's my goal. See, it doesn't matter how old you are. Okay, you're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. Bottom line, it takes money. They basically fought through the pain. It's your turn too. Are you ready to be a CFO? But it's going to be up to you to get a mindset on that. What happens? Repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I want to rebuild you my way because I think your way sucks, in my opinion. Sorry, it's true. See, you made so many mistakes and you did it wrong and you're guessing. No, 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 no. You're all going to say one thing. You're going to say, I wish I'd have known this a long time ago. Well, we have Linda, who's a client from 1986, and her husband, Dwayne. I rebuild them to a 770 score, get 100,000 personal, 450,000 of business credit. That took a year, line it up for American Express basic cards, and get a blueprint loan. What happens next is the blueprint loan is $240,000. Okay, what do we do next? So let's understand. They took, and you can Google this too, and I'll show you even their review and what they do in their little testimonial. They bought a Hyatt hotel and converted it to military retirement. See, next year our government is going to clean up the streets, and he's going to give more money to basically nonprofits to help people get rid of the military and the homeless people population, because we treat our military like crap, in my opinion. Now, the hotel is 200,000 as a down payment. Now, you can partner up or not partner up. Well, they got done and they signed all the papers. They're all there. So what happens? This creates an income of 187,000 a month. Then 3 more things that they do, locations and other businesses. What happens at the end of the day? 344,000 a month, $6.4 million. So let's understand, this took 1 year and 210 days to get an auto income like that. But again, they invested the time and they basically what? Linda started with me with $1,999 in 1986. You see, if you spend 50 or $5,000 on one of these cards today, the payment is $50 a month. That's it. So you could finance your way as I build you credit, what they did, and they build more credit. As I build credit, they buy more things and I get them further along. That's the goal. Take your cell phone and scan, take a picture right now, scan that later today. Hear Linda tell you 5 times I made her a millionaire. Simple. From there, that program she's doing at her nonprofit is now turned into $27 million. So guess what you could do? This is 2025. This means a year to run, don't look back, and make a strong commitment. I will accomplish my goals. Your goal is simple. Here's chapter 18. First of all, I'm not here to be CPA and an attorney for you, but I want to show you chapter 18 and explain it to you. And then you can go see your own people you want to. A corporation is a legal person. Well, the Supreme Court said that. They deemed a corporation as a legal person. 50 corporations, that means 50 states, and then cities are corps too. Now, I'm kind of lucky while being used and abused by Mrs. Hope. She has a poker game every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. The ultimate goal. So what happens? I listen, I wrote down a corporation's a legal person. I'm curious. I'm 7.5 years old. I go to the police department, Torrance Police Department. Every police department next door is a library. So I went in, ma'am, what does it mean? She was rude to me. She walked away and she came back 5 minutes later. Here's a marker face. Here's a book. Where I read the book. I read about an average of 12 to 15 books a week. I've been doing it all my life. It's simple. So I wanted to start a corporation. See, it says it's a legal person. May sue or be sued, I didn't pay attention to. And then I got named in a lawsuit at 12 and a half. Here, when I had a problem at 17,983, I knew that was wrong. That's what helped create division process in 85, 86. My first corporation was Helping Hand Industries. So guess what I did? I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. It's ridiculous. I'm 9.5 friggin' years old. I went to the library for 2 years to try to figure it out. I sent $10 away. That was it, $10. You see, that same corporation today would cost you $30. If you spend thousands of dollars to a CPA, an attorney, and corporate service, I'm going to call that silly and dumb because you never had to do it and you didn't learn Daily Squad anyway. So why don't you just learn to basically follow it yourself? Now, I got named in a lawsuit. I was 12 and a half. I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille. It didn't belong to me. I didn't know I didn't know someone could own a word. The Braille Institution, they own the word Braille. So what did I get to do? So now here's the lie. I believe you lied to yourself. I believe your CPA and attorney and your corporate service lied to you. They tell you a corporation will protect you. It's a bunch of BS. Corporation is sued, you're screwed. Sorry, it's true. You pierce your own veil by what? Signing for a car, lease of a building, and a credit card. So you actually pierce your veil and tell the world. So if you filed a bankruptcy in a corporation, bankrupt, federal protection, that public record, what would happen? They come get you. You're still stuck. Now, I wrote a book with Ken Yarbrough in 1987. We called it File Segregation. I didn't like it after it was done because I think Ken wanted to lie. I didn't want to lie. He says, well, your divisions rate takes 3 to 6 months. I don't care. I can file it and publish it, and guess what I get? Legitimately, I can get an SS-4 from the IRS. How much legitimacy do you want to see? So a division of you should have 3 of these. This way you don't bring the pain home. At least you have 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. That's what I've been saying for all my years too. So here's a corporation with divisions. No, here's subsidiary. Let's draw this, please. I need you to draw it 8 times. Here's a corporation owning a corporation. Well, that's the bank and that's the grocery store. They're bankrupt locations all the time. Here's you with 3 divisions of you. So write it down. 3 chances to try. So let's understand. If you understand banks, you'll find locations that are empty because they bankrupt the location. See, they bankrupt a branch number or a store number, or even cities file bankruptcy. See, me, I was always curious and went behind the curtain all the time. I want to know how they did it, how they turn around and do things as well. Like, Sam's Club, Geico. All right, cities file bankruptcy. How do they do this and stay in business? And the consumer like you and me keep bringing the pain home. We got to stop that. So what do we get to do? Very simple. First goal should be stop bringing the pain home. Here's your first goal. Next, you should be a certified CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Next, what do? We reprogram our brains into millionaire status. So as we do this correctly, we look behind that curtain I've done all my life. I have to. I want to know how it works. That's the goal. That's the dream. So as we do this, we see it, believe it, go get it. That would be the ultimate goal for every one of you. So let's understand. I said I want to make the list for you. I would like to write down your goal list after I interview for an hour with your partner of life. I would like to basically do your daily list, weekly list, and project list. I'd like to do the whole thing. Then I'd like to tell you what to do, and so we go get the $1 million structure. But it's up to you. Now, here's what happens in 2009. Corporations are worth $3.7 billion, no problem. I got 3 yachts in my backyard. We took out one of the yachts with a group of people, and someone had a virus. All right, I never was sick a day in my life till then. So guess what happened in 2009? I get to go in a coma. I get to die and come back. It sucks. My old shit day. Everything I touched turned to gold since I was 4 years old. There I am. Google the address. Find out I'm telling you the truth. So your ultimate goal is to understand something. Okay, how do I rebuild my life when I just basically lost 3.7 billion of structure? Not hard to do if you know what you're doing. There I am, 541. My wife's calling the office. She's freaking out. She talks to Ron. Ron, instead of helping her, drives a U-Haul truck to the office, steal the books and CDs. She told him he's going to die. That's me. Tom sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site, highest bidder. So instead of people helping you and you're laying there going to die, what did they do instead? I got a choice that day. I got to hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. Then on top of that, the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said go back. So let's understand, we all have sad stories to tell. I think at the end of the day, no one gives a shit, to be honest with you. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. Okay? I've actually literally been shot and knifed. Okay? See, when you go to school in Torrance, Watson, Long Beach, and all these great areas, okay, you got to fight for your life, but that's just how it works. So let's understand something. There's no excuse why you can't get there. Now, I'm going to say always good. I've been saying that since I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, all the grown-ups are trying to be nosy. They want to hear our little boys suffering. I said always good, always good. So that's been my call out forever. It's always good, and that's how it works. So that's the ultimate goal. All right. Someone says raise a beast. Okay, well, I'm just doing my best and let God do the rest. So basically, always good. I'm always going to say thank you, Jesus. See, I wouldn't give him the time of day. I wasn't going to lose my peace over them. So that's been my calling for all my clients forever since then, is always good. Now, here's the part where you screwed up. Okay, sorry. You were told at 14 and a half years old to 15 or 16 to go get your SSN. You didn't pay attention. You signed an SS5 form from the IRS. Okay, the SS5 SSN to 1040 tax return. That's how they connect the dots, by the way. So what happens is we, the people, okay, what happens from there is we got one. The next thing is we look at the back of the Social Security card. It says do not laminate, don't carry with you, and it says don't use for ID purposes. So let's look at SS4. Let's compare the two, SS5, SS4, both IRS. Here it says on the SS4, legal name of entity. If I can create an entity, I get a tax ID. You got it so far? Entity, what it said in Chapter 18, or individual person. You can actually have 3 of these of you if you want to as a backup. Now, if you don't file your tax returns and you're a crook, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. After $18 million out of his pocket. He listened to his idiot attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California, being stupid. So the reality is very simple. I would like you to write down irs.gov and 1244. Can you do that for me right now, please? I want you to plan the problem. I want you to plan, because when it happens, when that old shit day, week, month, or year come to you, the reality is you're prepared. You don't have to worry about falling through the rabbit hole, what you've been doing so far. Your plan sucks, in my opinion. Now, here's what most of you did. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. Honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody for you. We're going to jack up our credit cards. We're going to drop our score. Hell, we're going to get stuck so we can't get any more. We're going to back ourselves against the corner and hawk our house too and be stupid. Well, that's what most of you did. I'm sorry, but that's what you did. You should have learned the rules and tools. And don't say, well, you should have known, Ray, I'm glad you knew now. We should have known before. Excuse me. Those excuses don't cut it with me. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where the hell have you been? That's on you. If you got the guts and you want to play with me, I'll get you a millionaire status. And I'll even guarantee it in writing. If you got basically collection accounts, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You got an IRS problem, get back in the system. They have a form for you. It's called 656 433A and B. So let's understand today we're going to play and win the game of business. Remember, I created the 25-20% rule, which means all cards fluctuate. During the pandemic, I was threatening to sue Credit Karma, kept saying 42%. That was stupid on their part. They should be fired and off the planet anyway. Every card needs a sticky. You got to look at that when you pull out of your purse or wallet and understand you're the one screwing yourself up. You don't drop the score and get stuck, you can't get any more. Next, there's 2 cards that don't fluctuate. So if we understand rules and tools, we can create a line of defense. TRW was Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California. They decided to get in the information business, and this Experian was born in 96. So I drew the first one of these. It was good, fair, or hell no. And there's 2 rules, so it's simple, 750 and above. No one should have shitty credit on planet Earth, by the way. They have it because of their lack of knowledge, which is stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid. Unfortunately, half the world is freaking lazy. Raise rules and tools. What do? All cards but 2 fluctuate. So the American Express Gold and Platinum, not only they're unlimited, but also you have a pay to time limit as well. It's a double-sided card. So you don't have to bring the pain home in the first place. There's the rules and tools. What do? Help me, help you, and help other people. Today, I would love for you to make a list of your referrals. I'd like you to make a list of everybody you know and give me their email address. I'm going to, because you're here today, I'm going to basically email every one of your friends and family that you provide me, and I'm going to allow them in all the classes on this Saturday for free. All, even the paid ones, for free. And all I have to do is add them to the email. So again, referrals or affiliate program. Now, if you're jacked up on your credit and you're stuck, take a picture right now. See, what I had to do for me is use supply credit and turn it into cash. Supply credit, I got up to $51,000. That could help balance the debt you jacked up today. What do? 750 is waiting for you. Ultimate goal is we have to analyze everybody. Analyzation is the key. I can show you exactly what needs to be done step by step. We do a wrapper refresh, wrapper rescore. Don't worry, I invented those 44 years ago too. So the reality is simple. Analytical750.com. Here's an organization that asked me to consult for them, and I do. Here's the 10 steps to get to 750 score. And that's the ultimate goal. In their system, I've told them, why don't we fire Credit Karma? I like to do their TV commercial, say, Credit Karma, you're fired. I mean, come on, there's no damn phone number to help you. Their numbers are wrong anyway, and everybody goes dacking, what, clickety click, clackety clack. All they want you to do is apply for credit. It kind of sucks. But anyway, what do we get to do? All right, well, they're going to set up a 24-hour call center. They're going to basically analyze your credit for you. They're going to call you every 46 days. They're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Your first analyzation is free. From looking at your score, it's $25 a month. What are they going to do next? Well, the faster you sell $25, the faster they can call you and set it up right away. Next is Dun & Bradstreet setup and analyzation, Spear and Treasury and Equifax too. I want them to analyze corporate reports. So that way you can understand how to get to the $1 million dream even faster. What do? Credit repairs are fraud. I mean, come on. You know, all right, all they're doing is writing letters saying, I'm not late, all right, not this and that. It was never mine, not mine, mine, mine. It used to be called prove it and remove it in the 70s, prove it or remove it. My magic wand's broken. Can I borrow yours? You see, the credit repair, all right, is a fraud, which is very simple. The Fair Credit Reporting Act says they can't collect money up front. So is the Credit Repair Organization Act. See, they're not giving you anything with the education. They're just saying, oh, just remove your stuff. Well, your bad credit's probably you're guilty. I'll bet you 99% of you, you're guilty. You screwed up your credit. You owe the damn money. Pay it. Solve the problem. Analyze. See what needs to be done. For a trick in a credit and ripping them off, all right, within 24 hours, I'd analyze your credit for you. I tell you exactly what you need to do to get a 750 score. Don't worry, on Friday, I do a live class on that too. I'll call your case number. Then you can watch it on Saturday too. I got no excuses, but neither do you now. The Ray Reynolds University nonprofit. What do? The Maynard's Founders Kit. ProBook CDs. The office sells it for $1,000 now. I give it away for $4.99. It's a full blueprint to build a Maynard corporation. From there, it's a Zell, or you call the office right away. 800-254-9506. What do? Well, we got to get you past go. See, I think you're stuck. I think you're 45 to 75 years old and you're stuck because you don't know what the hell you're really doing in much things, okay? You're stuck because of the lack of knowledge. But if you let me hold your hand, I'll rebuild you my way. How about Lamborghinis, Duffys, mansions, more, all right, white men can jump, stupid people say we don't. How about more Lamborghinis? How about race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris? I call it raise rules. Would you like some tools too? Would you like some goodies? So let's understand we're going to see it, believe it, go get it. Now, what do? I'm online up to 6 days a week live and a lot of free and even paid classes. And I'm offering even the paid ones for free. And if you don't get off your assets, whose fault is that? It's yours. Invite every friend and family member this week to all the workshops on Saturday. What do? We go get a bunch of goodies. I like goodies. Do you like goodies yet? So we can play and we can win the game of what? Business. So I got this 3-day event coming up. It's in person or online. You decide. Here's where we're going to make you a puppet master. This is where we're going to network and do things together. So it is May 30th, 31st, and June 1st. Simple. This is where you're going to learn to partner with me and be part of an escrow, maybe in July. What do? This is how you master being a puppet master. Now we're going to go through everything we can and all the rules and tools and all the things we're trying to do. No problem. All right. If you want this, it's simple. All right. Now, when I sell and I build you up 100,000 of credit, I charge 5,000. I usually charge 10. Here's a discount. There's 50,000 of credit for $4,999. 50,000, 10%. Now you get the summit for free, or pay for the summit and get this free. See, the bottom line is the package deal. Now, if you've been to one before, that's great. The reality is you can actually do $19.99 online if all you want to be online, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you've been to one in the past, today you could pay, all right, literally $1,000 and be in this one in person or online. That's if you paid for the last one I just recently did. Simple. From there, it's a Zell. Always talk to a specialist, 800-254-9506. What do? Well, let's see. If we write down today's date and we work our tails off, in the next 90 days, we'll change our lives. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I don't believe I can help you 100% unless I blueprint you. This means I want to be on the phone with you and your partner of life, maybe spouse. Simple. Past, present, and future. Good, bad, and ugly. You have a tax lien. You have a bankruptcy. Did you mess up American Express or Chase? I got all kinds of questions to ask you as I build your blueprint. Family, corporation, divisions. All right, now we're also going to set up an irrevocable trust because while you got a plan to live, you got a plan to die. We don't want probate with your family. All right, cars, division. Houses, basically a trust, and auto income and cash flow for you per time. So if you and I, with your partner of life, spend an hour on the phone, what's going to happen is the office is going to charge you $1,999. If you did it while you're online with me, it's $999. You get a 50% discount. It's also a Zell. You call the office right away. Either way you communicate with us, that's the key. What do? The United States of America Incorporated. See, you got to get your head wrapped around this. Our United States of America Incorporated planted the old shit day. Yeah, they did. They invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Corporations illegal what again? You've had 11 cities file bankruptcy so far. It's called We the People. We the People. can stop bringing the pain home. This guy is lying. He's pathetic. He's in his jammies. Oh, come on. He's homeless, but all he needs is an opportunity to get a job. Why don't we do this? Why don't you go to the church for the food for the kids, if it's true, and go drive Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash and have a damn garage sale? Anything else is a bunch of BS. I gave Billy a rent-a-car when he did this, and guess what he did? Instead of laying on the street, he got off his feet. So everybody needs a helping hand, but the reality is this guy's lying. And what did I do? Well, I came out of the coma in 2011, all right, because I got to die in 2010 and 2009. Kind of sucks. But luckily, I always had 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. This means I built another $1 million of credit, and I bought my wife her next dream house. You see, the only thing that holds you back is you. That's that mindset. There's no reason anybody has shitty credit on this planet. Learning rules and tools. The car is a division. The lease of a building is a division. Properties are divisions. All right, money is received under SS-4 is not taxable until it's profitable. And then we daisy chain every card to 100,000 or more, to $1 million. So if we listen to me and add you to my credit system, I established this dashboard in 1987. Instant credit reports. Do you want to be a millionaire? It's a very simple. The answer should be no. Do you want to be a corporate millionaire? The answer should be yes. How you receive money matters. So if we play the game correctly, and let's say all you want from me is a 750 score. Okay, 750. I'm going to give you cards that are 5 to 10,000 as I build you up and away. I want to do a rapid rescore. I want to basically block all the crap and boost your score up and away too. If you have anything negative, we're going to dispute for 9 months for free. Now your office charges you $14.99. Well, you're here today, so now I'm going to invite you to classes on Friday and Saturday and give you a $500 discount because you took the time to be here today with me. If you like what you hear today, click the link below, subscribe to me, $9.99, and you stop bringing the pain home. Now, if you have a corporation today, I want to get you basically getting you ready for CFO level, CFO, Chief Financial Officer. So we take your corporation you have today and build it up and away for you. If not, I'll get you one for free. You pay your filing fee. I'd like to start you out with 25,000 of credit. I'm going to charge you $24.99, all right, and give you 10 times your money back. I'm going to analyze you, add history, pop credit as soon as possible. And then I want you to go to my setup and level 1 class for 90 days. I want you to understand how I want to repackage every one of you. And today you get a $500 discount on that too for $19.99. What do we do? Zell, 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 or call the office right away. 800-254-9506. So again, what is the goal? Repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I want to rebuild you my way because I don't like your way. I'm sorry, I think your way sucks. But guess what? American Express. They offer 99 cards. That's up to $100 million if you did it my way. So what do? We take borrow money, not taxable, and we turn this into what? We buy our lifetime income. The lifetime income should be real estate, franchise. Even during pandemic, the Wendy's stayed open and the apartment complex still got paid. So guess what we do? Manageable debt, offset taxes, 100,000 of personal credit, auto income, 1 million of corporate credit. And then we learn to leverage money to millions and billions. So if you need $100,000 of credit today, it's simple. We normally charge you 10%, which is about $10,000. It is on sale today for $8,000. From there, if you want it through me during this webinar now, because you need that to get into the partnership with me, what do? Well, the next thing is $50,000 of credit. From there, it's basically going to be what? 10%. It's discounted today at $39.99. The next thing we have to look at here is 25,000 of credit. So you figure what your comfortable level, what you want to invest and get back to you. But either way, you're stuck with me. That is $19.99. Again, I'm going to say basically simple. It's a Zell, Zell, Zell. You call the office right away. Simple to do. We believe in communication all the time. Now, I'd like you to write down credit, loan, and money. Your corporation should never do business. It should be a management company, manages a franchise in an apartment complex called a line of defense. They should be division-based, by the way. This is part of the way I created financial freedom, cash flow, free up your time. That will help you build up to 10,000 plus a month. From there, a corporation, you've heard it again, legal person. We look at SS4. What does it say in line 1 again? Legal entity, the name of an entity, a division, an individual person. Banks and grocery stores bankrupt locations, but they don't bring the pain home. They write it all off. You bring the pain home because you don't know how to play. That form also says banking and credit purposes, by the way. So we could play the game to win. There are 4 things your corporation's allowed to do. This is called raise rules. You decide what you want to do. Buffer tax. No tax is due till you're profitable. Corporate credit's all the write-off interest rate and credit card. Let's write it all off. Why not? That would be the ultimate goal. Let's get a car at the fleet price. Let's get a free buffet at the hotel. That's all the corporation should ever do. The divisions are your line of defense. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. That is the ultimate goal. That is called a line of defense. A line of what? Defense. If we build a corporate umbrella my way, debt follows tax ID. The tax ID in my system creates credit reports. Would you like the daisy chain credit? So what do? Do you want to be a millionaire? Say no. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? Say yes, please. This allows me in my system with you to take your corporation, daisy chain credit times 9 to more, and then give you pieces of property or Wendy's restaurant or something else or a storage unit. That's auto income. Each division we set up, I have to set up, you give me a name of a person or entity or whatever, or division. In my system I set up in 1987, it creates instant credit reports, Experian, Chandler, and Equifax under tax ID. Once I daisy chain credit with you or for you, then I want a tax ID. Now, division should always be 18, but it'll be up to you. 3 divisions with or without credit, 9 divisions with or without credit, or 12 with or without credit. So hopefully you take a picture right now so you know what needs to be done. This is the discount opportunity here during the webinar with me. What happens is simple. You Zell. You call the office right away. 800-254-9506. So let's keep in mind buckets of money. Every division should be known as a bucket of money. So again, like the Ray Reynolds University, which is nonprofit. What do we have? The 3-day event coming up. If you ever wanted to change your life, ever, you'd make sure you're in May 30th, 31st, and June 1st. This is going to help you become a puppet master. This is going to get you exactly what you've always wanted all your life. It'll be your dream come true. And I'll guarantee to hold your hand every step of the way. 50,000 in credit. That whole thing, 3-day event, comes with a bonus 50,000 credit for $49.99. And if you've been one before and you just want to watch it online, simple, it's $19.99. If you want to pay, if you've been there since the last one just did and you paid for it, it's $1,000 in person or online. It's a Zell payment. Simple to do. What do we look at? Add to the credit system. Goodies I obtained. For me, it's reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. So if we do this correctly, allow me to train you as a CFO, corporation division process, and you get to the millionaire status. That's the ultimate goal. What do? We become puppet masters. Shaq is, Warren Buffett is, Elon Musk is, Bezos is. All these things are puppet masters. I've done it for 49 years. It makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Let's get the keys. So again, there's that checklist you need to be what? Partner with me. Those things have to be in position. From there, do you want 25, 50, or 75% of a Wendy's restaurant, storage unit, laundromat, an apartment complex? What would you want? See, we can partner up, and that's the ultimate goal. You're part of the escrow. What do? Well, times are running out. Escrows are coming. Will you be on the list? Will you understand to get to millionaire status? July, August, September? What is our goal? Well, first of all, I'd get the partnership program with me. Instead of 30,000, it's 10 today. You get calls every other week and you get to go to the summit for free. There you go. So you just saved up and away. But again, it's a now and never situation too. It's a Zell. Simple to do. 800-254-9506. Never forget about Linda and Dwayne or all the other clients, 33 million of them, millionaire status. But it did take 1 year and 210 days to get them there because it doesn't happen overnight. You will work your tail off a little bit. All right. And if you spend 2,000 to 50,000 or whatever you do, simple, you can finance your way. That's what Linda did. That's what you can do too. The ultimate goal. Scan her. Listen to her. She tell you mother millionaire 5 times. Understand that her new project under nonprofit is $27 million project. So that blueprint call, like I said earlier today, office sells it for $19.99. I give it away half price of $9.99 as long as you're on the webinar with me. It's a Zell. Now we're going to focus on boring and steady. Boring and steady is the ultimate goal. I'd like you to drive around your city today, but be the passenger. Let me know where you're at. You see, what happens with my clients is in 2008, 7, and 9, I positioned all the things where we lived. I figured, oh, if I'm going to close escrow, let my clients be in the escrow. I call them my soldiers. So what do we get to do? You get to partner up with me and get auto income, which you should have done a long time ago. There's that blueprint. Did you make a copy? You're going to print it out, have it laminated on your desk too? See, you got to realize it takes $100,000 to partner up. We got to put 50 to 25 in an escrow. So that's the ultimate goal. So what do? You do, we do, I do. The ultimate goal, what percentage would you like? That's all you have to decide. What percentage of a business would you like auto income? From there, a mini coaching. This means you and I on the phone up to an hour with your partner live for a mini coaching, a blueprint call. Then a call after that, then 10,000 of credit and a rapid rescore. The office sells it for $19.99. Nope, $39.99. My discount for you, Larry, is $19.99 today if you did it right away. All right, if you don't do it right away, then you miss out. The 6 weeks is pretty simple. It's very simple. We're going to go online, blueprint you. We're going to have 25,000 of credit, expedite the rapid, and add you all the classes level 1, 2, and 3 for 90 days. Normally 11,500. But again, today, if it's done right away, it's $39.99. If it's done right away, it's a Zell. Ultimate goal. From here, let's say you just want me to coach your business for you and get you to the main RSS. I'll help you do that too. What does that mean? We're going to daisy chain credit. This is not partnering with me. This is guiding you. So this means flat out, we'll basically partner up, guide you, get to the point we daisy chain credit, multiple cards, multiple limits as well, and a call every other week. This program is $5,000 and it comes with 30,000 of credit. You're not my partner. I'm going to help you with your current business and get you through that process. 6 months of coaching is 10,000 and it's 100,000 of bonus credit with you. 12 months is usually 30. It's discounted today, $19.99, and you get 200,000 of credit with that. So then I can coach you every step of the way. So again, if all you want is 750 score, let me analyze you today. Let me basically do one thing, get you cards 5 to 10,000. All right, auto, what are we going to do? Rapid rescore and dispute any negatives up to 9 months for free. Normally $14.99, you get a $500 discount today. That means you're in workshops on Friday and Saturday with me. I want to hold your hand every step of the way. That is the ultimate goal. As we do this, this is getting ready for CFO level. What do we do if you have a corp? Let's build the one you got. All right, if you don't have one, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. Let's get you 25,000 of credit. Let's charge you $24.99, give you 10 times your investment. Analyze you, add history, pop credit. Let's discount that $500 today for $19.99. Put you in level 1 and set up on basically the weekend with me. There's your Zell. Call the office right away. Simple to do. Let's keep in mind, I want to help you, help me, and help other people. Give me a list of all your people you know and basically give me their email address. I'm inviting everyone you know today online with me this Saturday's workshops, all the workshops through the day, even the ones you pay for too, specialties. So again, because I want to help you make $1,000. Look behind that curtain every time. Me, I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So right now you have a choice. You can go back to being stuck or you can get stuck with me. Your choice is to Zell now, or call 800-254-9506. The ultimate goal is to get you past go. I'm going to do my best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And I'm never going to forget at the end of the day, God loves us all. We have the ability to get past go.